Marty Supreme is directed by Josh Safdie and stars Timothée Chalamet as an expert ping pong player who's also a really good hustler, actor, liar, very rude person in general. This year, the brothers went separate. Benny made The Smashing Machine, and Josh made Marty Supreme, which is about a young man with a dream no one respects who goes to hell and back in pursuit of greatness. But I also want to give a big thank you to the sponsor for this video, BetterHelp. I'm so grateful that we're living in a time where therapy is no longer stigmatized. People can talk openly about it. When I was a kid, it was weird to talk about going to therapy, and that's not the case anymore. It has helped so many people, and the openness that people feel about it is also a wonderful thing, including myself. It's been a massive weight off my shoulders to be able to talk to somebody who genuinely cares and empathizes with me and wants to help. BetterHelp has been amazing for that. BetterHelp is on a mission to make starting therapy easier. They'll connect you with a licensed therapist who is trained to listen and give you helpful, unbiased advice. You just fill out a questionnaire and you'll be matched with a therapist in as little as a couple days. And you can easily switch therapists anytime at no extra cost if it's not the right fit. BetterHelp accepts both HSA and FSA cards, making it even easier to prioritize your mental health. In 2024 alone, over 137,000 people used their HSA or FSA benefits for therapy through BetterHelp. So be sure to use yours before they expire. So click the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/Chris Stuckmann and get 10% off your first month of therapy. Definitely check out that link in the description below. That's betterhelp.com/Chris Stuckmann for 10% off your first month of therapy. Thank you so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. Marty Supreme could definitely be likened to Uncut Gems. Both of these movies feature a very fast-paced narrative that is filled with consistently embarrassing, socially awkward, very intense scenes in which people are humiliated, people are shamed, people are forced to do horrible things in pursuit of some kind of dream or object or goal. Both of the movies also feature characters who are very good at selling things, whether they're actually selling items or they're just trying to sell an idea or a thought or a lie. Marty Supreme is an epic movie. It's 2.5 hours long. It features one of the best performances of the year from Timothée Chalamet and some of the best camera work of the year from expert cinematographer Darius Kanji, who is a certified legend. This movie takes the Save the Cat rulebook and just kind of burns it and then steps on it, then resurrects the ashes, burns it again, throws it into an ocean. When you're introduced to him and he's going on and on about his talent and how good he is and how he's going to be the greatest in the world and how nothing can stop him, no one will ever get in his way, he's smashing you over the head with just how obsessed he is with the idea of his own greatness. And there's opportunities in the movie for him to do the right thing, and he always does the morally wrong thing that hopefully propels him closer to achieving his dream of being the greatest table tennis player in the world. But a movie can get away with an unlikable character if there's something about them that's fascinating. There's films like Nightcrawler, for instance, or American Psycho, where you're watching a character that is technically unlikable, but there's something about them that fascinates you, that compels you to keep watching, and Marty definitely has that because his dream is so big and his ambition is so larger than life that you can't help but wonder how he's going to pull off this dream. And the film consistently puts him in situations where he succeeds a little bit and then immediately fails wholeheartedly. There's a sequence where he's just trying so hard to get a hotel room, and that sequence ends with a bathtub falling through the floor. There is a consistent sequence of events that goes from success and then failure, success and then failure, and that success continuously gets smaller and smaller, and the failures get bigger and bigger. You could say this is failing upwards, the movie. It's a character that is consistently doing everything wrong and somehow just escaping these scenarios through the skin of his teeth, finally finding a way to get what he wants, treating everyone like crap along the way. But strangely, as shocking as some of the things he says to people is in the film, there's really only one thing he said to a character in the film that I thought was rather irredeemable. I can't get into it because it's a spoiler, but he looks someone that he says he loves in the eye and says something to them about their future that is so unforgivably cruel that I was surprised it never came back in the movie as something that deserved some sort of comeuppance. He crossed the line a little bit throughout the whole movie. He says some really awful stuff to people, but when he looks somebody he loves in the eye, who's in the middle of a life situation that could be very impactful for both of them in the near future, and says what he says to them, I was like, bro, you better take that back. That is awful. But this is why the film is so impressive, because despite its attempts to make me not like this guy and consistently distance me from wanting to watch him, I am watching him compulsively, like a reality show that you can't look away from, that you know is like really trashy, but there's something about it that is so incredible and so mesmerizing that you can't look away. And Safdie has done a remarkable job with the edit of this film. The script that she wrote with Ronald Bronstein is incredible. A lot of these sequences do not feel scripted. I can only assume with all of the shouting and screaming. People are stepping on each other's lines constantly. Everyone is overlapping each other. It's just this barrage of constant noise. Like there's a sequence with a dog, and of course the dog is barking for the entire scene. It feels designed, similar to Good Time and Uncut Gems, to make you feel very anxious. And this is a 2.5 hour movie, and feeling anxious for 2.5 hours can be difficult. But it is so well made and so well acted that I couldn't look away. Let's talk about the ping pong for a second, because these matches are incredible. It's very obvious that Chalamet is doing a lot of this very expertly, and the people he's playing against as well. They're very, very compelling, and the film makes no attempt at explaining his backstory. In fact, there's a sequence where some reporters ask him what his backstory is, and he just kind of makes up some stuff real quick. They don't go into how he developed a love of ping pong or where his talent came from. They really don't. Like, they actually actively say, like, it doesn't matter why I'm so great at this or why I want to be the best. It's really just about the ambition of it. Gwyneth Paltrow's character is an actor who hasn't been around for a long time, and Hollywood actress who's now doing stage stuff. And the film definitely has a theme to it where you could explore this idea of performance, of people who are really good at hustling. Tyler, the creator, shows up and does some ping pong hustling with Chalamet at one point, and he's really good in the movie too. But everyone in the movie is kind of faking it until they make it, which in a sense is acting. You are pretending to be something else for some kind of goal. You are embodying a person that isn't yourself. You're playing a character. There's an aspect of the movie that is definitely about that, especially for Chalamet's character, Marty, who is trying so hard to be something, and to get there, he has to lie, cheat, and steal constantly. Marty Supreme is a movie that you should not miss. It's a live wire movie that is very difficult to look away from, that is so well shot and acted. It's definitely one of the better films I've seen so far this year. So check it out in theaters, guys. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. And if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.